Hi class, and welcome to week 5 of HSA 4124. This week we are covering the topic of mental health care. So in our required textbook titled Global Health Systems, you'll be reading chapter 15, which is titled Prevalence and Management of Behavioral Health Care. So this week you will attain a deeper understanding of what mental health care is all about, how it's structured and financed in selected countries that we cover in our textbook. You'll also get a better understanding of the relationship of regional differences and access to behavioral or mental health care services. We'll also be covering the incidence and prevalence rates of mental health care on a global level. And we'll talk about mental health care systems in terms of the impact and future challenges on a global level. All right. So, sorry about that. My voice got a little scratchy there. But this week, you also have your discussion board assignment, which will be touching on the topic of access to healthcare services, as well as NGOs. So you will be watching a video, 2 videos actually, and then you will go to your discussion board forum where you will have your assigned questions that you do need to answer in your post. And remember, other than posting your assignment post, you do need to respond to 2 of your fellow classmates on their posts. And I'm looking for responses that are quality responses. They show meaning and they demonstrate that you've taken the time to read your fellow classmates' posts, as well as putting some thought in your response. So you need to be adding to the discussion that they have presented in their thread. All right. You will have all week to complete your discussion board assignment. So that means from June 13 all the way through June 19, which is Sunday. All right. So now I'm going to scroll through this week's content folder and briefly describe to you the materials as well as the links provided to you for this week. So let's see here. First, you have your PowerPoint presentation on the chapter that we're covering this week. Below that is a great video that describes mental health stories found in countries like India, Africa, China, France, and here in the US. Below that is a video that talks about, it's actually a documentary that focuses on Native American, Alaska Native, and Pacific Islanders in relation to behavioral health care and how culture influences treatment decisions. So the video is titled Culture Matters: Indigenous Perspectives on Behavioral Health Care. Below that is a short narrative on what NGOs are all about. And here's a video that talks about NGOs, so you're familiar what an NGO is, because you will need to know that for one of the questions that are included in this week's assignment. Below that is a video that talks about access to health care, and it focuses on an area called Tete in Mozambique, Africa. It's a very interesting video, and here is your discussion board forum. It's in red. You will be entering your discussion board forum through this link, and here is a description of what is expected of you for this assignment. Last but not least is our weekly checklist. Make sure you've completed everything on this checklist before going on to the following week. Remember, if you have any questions at all, be sure to email me. That's what I'm here for. Take care, everyone. Bye.